My name is Grace. I'll be teaching you how to use stencil on your buttercream. What you want to do is apply buttercream on your cake board so that your cake will be attached to the cake board. It won't be dangling up and down or moving when you are carrying it. Then you want to crumb coat. You crumb coat the cake. You can see that my cake is open. That's because I don't want to cut it too much. I don't want to cut the cake too much. So I just leave it there and I'll be covering that part later. So now I want to cover the part with buttercream. Can you see it? Yeah, so after you're done with that, you want to smooth it out. Then you coat everything else good. Can you see it? Instead of me cutting the cake and I will have excess cake or to just reduce the cake of my customer, I just leave the whole cake like that. There are different methods to apply buttercream on your cake, but I'll be using one of the methods, which is piping method. I believe piping method is faster and easier, so that's why I use piping method. I love working with buttercream. I really love working with buttercream because it is fast and easier and you can be creative when it comes to buttercream. So now this is the piping method. You pipe your buttercream on it. Can you see my piping bag? I don't know what happened. I don't know what punctured it, but it is dripping all over my table. So all you have to do if you have this kind of challenge is you double the piping bag. Can you see it is no longer dripping? You want to fill your bag when you've exhausted the one in it. Now, working with a bigger cake when you want to use piping method can be very, very stressful in the sense that your hands will be paining you. So if you know your hand cannot accommodate that much, then you have to go in batches. Don't be in a hurry, don't be in a haste so that you won't mess up everything. So you watch out for those angles, the size of the cake to get your sharp edge. You want to build that angle first. You can see my own, I went over it. Then I will fill the upper part with buttercream. I love having more buttercream. I prepare my buttercream in batches. So I love having more. I love having it in excess than for it not to be enough and I will start mixing buttercream again because there is a high possibility the color will be different from the other. So when you want to start smoothing out your cake, you start from the upper parts. You decorate the upper part, then you push it to the sides. You can see my own. Then you go over the side. I love using angle spatula for the sides of my cake first so that will push in buttercream to the gaps between the so I will smooth it out. You can see it. You smooth it out very well. Now you can see that I started from where my hand stopped so that I won't be having lines. Some people will be smoothing it one after the other, one after the other. But no, I go over it at once. So it makes it accurate. So even if there will be any line, it will just be one. Some people you can see like 4 lines, 5 lines while they were stopping. But me, I go over it at once. And once I am done, if you check this one very well, there's no line at all. There's no finishing end at all. Then you want to go over the edge like that. Now I want to stencil the cake. You can see the pin. The essence of the pin there is to hold the stencil to the cake. If you are comfortable using toothpick, fine, but I prefer pin. So you want to apply the other color on it. So I am just using the angle spatula to push in the buttercream. Then I will smooth it out. Now, if you are smoothing out your buttercream, there is one thing you have to have in mind. Do you want it to be very thick or do you want it to be very light? So the first one I did was thick. Then the second one I'll be doing will be very light. That is the difference. And if you know you want to apply edible gold or edible dust on it. All you have to do is before you remove the stencil, you paint it with gold color. Then if you want to go over your cake again, make sure you clean your stencil for the gold. But because I'm doing green, that's why I didn't clean my stencil. Then you go over it. If you notice, I cleaned this one a little bit so that you will see the difference. Then you go over it like that, and that's all. See, it can be very challenging, but once you start doing it, give it a try. You can start with a dummy, then you will get it. It is very easier when you work on fondant cake, but on buttercream, oh, it is not easy. When I started, so it was like that, but now I can confidently do it anytime, any day. Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned one thing or the other. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping more videos. Please like it. Now I want to design the edge. Can you see? I'm doing the shell design on it, and I purposely picked yellow because I want it to be on that green. I would have used green, but I just decided to use yellow. I just love the yellow. So can you see it? Can you see how beautiful that is? Oh, brother. Now I'll be attaching my topper on it. I prefer to lay it on it. So you push it. But if you know you're not comfortable like the way I did it, you can put the topper first, then you design the edges. But because I already know the size of my topper, so I kind of just put the topper later after doing the edges. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube page. Love you all and see you next.